Hi, welcome. My name is Jennifer Fairbanks. I'm a public high school teacher at Hopkinton, Massachusetts, and I'm going to share a little bit today about Desmos Activity Builder. You found an activity, now what? This would be before you assign it to the students, you need to figure out if it's right for you, and you need to figure out your teacher dashboard. So you should be at teacher.desmos.com. You found your activity. Maybe you've lost it again. You don't know where it is. So you're going to go over to your history. Pull that up. Everything that you've created a code for will be here. I've used Desmos for years, so I have a lot in my history that I could go back through. I'm going to look at a marble slide. So I'm going to go over here, and I have marble slides, parabola. And I'm going to pull this up. So this would be ready for the students when you're ready to give them their code or to link it into your learning management system. We're going to ignore that for now, and we're just going to familiarize ourselves with what the teacher dashboard looks like. So on the top left, you have the D that will bring you back to Desmos Activity Builders. Marble slides will bring you right back to the activity, and here's the code that you can share with your class. This little plus teacher is now you can share with a co-teacher. This is a new feature where the co-teacher can see the dashboard as well. So this is going to be great for distant learning this year. If you notice my students, they may look a little bit different. I have anonymized them. So here it shows my 13 students. It is in order that they have entered into the class. I anonymized them, and these are all the name of famous mathematicians. So the students will see this on their screen and they'll know who they are. They could do some research if they like. But I suggest anonymizing the students before you were to project or share your dashboard so that you don't have any stigma going there. Across the top, you can see all of the slides in our marble slides. And if this was in action, I would have a little button at the bottom. It might show a 1 here, a 2 here, a 10 here. I could see that 10 people are on screen 4. Maybe when you're towards the end and you still have somebody stuck on screen 2, you could go back and talk to them. If you hover over that number, it will tell you which students are on what slide. So that's great to see their progress. I can move my little arrow over here to go all the way across and see all of my slides. So you can see that I have this in summary mode. So I can see all the students, all the slides. And then in general, I did this last year. There are some possibilities. This third one, there's nothing for them to do on screen 3 other than read it. The check mark means that they have done something and it's correct. If it was incorrect, there'd be an X. You could ask them to go back to screen 4 and fix it. If there is a dot, it's probably they had to write something, and so it wouldn't be judged as right or wrong there. You can go back and read it. Another new thing since I've done this activity is now you may see a little green arrow in the top, and that means that you could provide feedback for your students. And if they see the green arrow, they know that you have provided feedback, so they should go back and look at it. So that's another great feature that they have recently added. So let's go to, so we're in summary, and let's go to screen 4. So if we look at this, you can see all of the students' screens together. You could do overlay, and you can see they were successful. There was a little bit of variety there. Maybe if somebody had an upside down parabola, you could see that that didn't work and you could help them out. But usually I'm looking at the full responses so I can see everybody there. I could click on just one student and I can see her work. If you notice these little cameras, I could click this one and this one and this one, and now I've captured some snapshots. So when I go back up to the top, you can see I have 3 snapshots. When I click on this tab, I have those there, and I can then create something that I could share with the class. Maybe I could get 4 of them and figure out which one's different. We could have some discussion. You drag them over, and then you can present and have a conversation about them. Let's go back to the summary. And if you notice the ... next to the students, you can find out who that real student is. And that's what I wanted to show you there. Let's look back up. We have the anonymize that I've talked about. The pacing is another teacher tool on the dashboard. So perhaps this is a longer one. If you only want them to do, say, slides 1 through 5 and restrict it to that, That means once they get to 5, it will be locked. That is good if you just want to check on their progress, make sure that they're doing it correctly before they have some more practice moving on. Maybe you want to check in with their vocabulary, making sure they're using the right vocabulary, just to get everybody on the same page before they continue. And then, of course, you can hit stop. And then the lovely pause button. So this is really a lot of fun, and I highly recommend the first time you use pause is to not tell the students, and then you will get that collective class groan where they're heavily into work and they don't want you to stop it. After that first time, then I usually tell them, I said, I'm going to pause it in 30 seconds, and then they start working a little bit faster, and they may still groan. But I do now give them the heads up with the pause button. And I think that is it. So if you want to get back to Desmos, you go back up to the left to the D, and you are back home. Thanks for listening. Have a good day.